Tennessee Homestead. How the heck are you today? Uh, this one's kind of a holiday thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you folks. Appreciate your comments and your participation. And I want to say thank you. Uh, like I said, it's very uplifting hearing from you folks. Even a few of you that sometimes aren't too uplifting, and they're very few. Okay, very few. Uh, and I enjoy your comments, and keep them coming, folks. I know I'm a little slow getting back on them, uh, basically because I'm busy, and this time of year, especially trying to get wrapped up here before it gets too cold, uh, keeps you hopping. Anyway, one of the things I want to talk to you about is the holiday season. Well, that has become so hyped and commercialized that it's truly sad, and it's not about any of that. Okay, it truly isn't about any of that. Utilize the holidays for truly special times with your friends and family. Taking time to bond with the people around you. You can't do that sitting and watching TV. Okay, turn it off. You've got a great opportunity. You got food, you got folks that you love around you. Spend time reconnecting with them. You're liable to learn a lot of things, you know, and don't waste the opportunity. Uh, I know some of my most memorable experiences as a child was being with my great grandmother and my grandparents and just talking, getting inside their head a little bit, and they got inside mine, uh, to where we knew where one another stood on different issues. And I learned as I grew older in life that they had a lot of answers to the questions that I was going to stumble across as I grew older. And you hear those voices from the past kind of directing your path. It's important. I feel sorry for children today that don't get that kind of direction and that kind of bonding uh, with the people that came before them. It's a big ache. It truly is. So you're going to deprive your children from some very useful tools for life if they don't really know you as a person and know how you feel about issues and how you feel about different things. So, don't be afraid to talk politics with your kids or religion with your kids. Um, you know, they don't have to agree with you, and you want to keep that kind of environment open. You don't have to agree with them. This is where I come from. This is my beliefs. This is my opinion. You can have one totally different. That's your business. I'm just telling you mine. And I'd like to hear yours. I'd like to know where you're at. And don't be confrontational. And don't ever be demeaning to them for their opinions. Listen, you know. So it's an important time. And we have been hyped up by the commercial world, the retailers, and all that kind of stuff that, this is a season for spending more money than you got. This is a season for, going out and buying enough food at Thanksgiving to feed, six families, and you only got two attending, things of this nature. It's not really necessary, folks. Matter of fact, one of the best Thanksgiving I ever had was chicken. Serious. Um, my grandfather would always go out and kill Thanksgiving dinner. One year he just had no success whatsoever. Couldn't find a turkey, anywhere. So hang on just a second. I got somebody pulling into the driveway. Alrighty, I'm back. It was just a neighbor and kind of stopping by there, getting ready to head out of town for the holiday, and he just wanted to stop by to say howdy and wish us happy Thanksgiving. That kind of stuff is important. Okay. One year down here, wife had went up north for Thanksgiving with the kids, and I had to stay behind. We had things going on in the homestead, and that's fine. And so that evening, I was sitting and doing some reading. I really hadn't fixed anything to eat yet, and didn't plan to really. I think I was going to have a fried bologna sandwich or something like that. And there was a knock at the door. Card pulled in and knocked at the door. And it was one of my neighbors. Said, "Hey, we knew that you were home alone for Thanksgiving, and we brought you down Thanksgiving dinner." Yeah. So that was a special Thanksgiving. That somebody had thought enough about you and cared enough to go out of their way, leave their family gathering to bring you down a plate of food so that your Thanksgiving was a little brighter. Think about those things. Okay? And I'll tell you what, his wife is a heck of a cook. Okay, good stuff. Anyways, I was starting to say back, my grandfather, he couldn't get a turkey, and we ended up butchering some chickens. And grandma and great grandma, they really whipped up a heck of a spread to go with it. And we spent the whole evening just sitting around talking and sharing stuff. Yeah, one of the most memorable Thanksgivings, I'd ever had a part of, because poor grandpa, he just felt terrible about not getting a turkey, and there was a lot of love being shown to that man, for all the things he did do for us. So the bonding is what's important. Keep that in mind, okay? The average 5-year-old kid at Christmas time, you give them a wrapped up box full of string and confetti and things of this nature, and they'll have more fun with that than they would with a $200 toy, and probably play with it longer. So you don't need to get crazy with this stuff. It has become way, way too commercial. And maybe it's time everybody's talking about getting back to the simpler life and getting back to homesteading and things of this nature. Maybe we need to get back to that. We're not going to play this silly game and go in debt. We're going to make it about the family. And we're going to spend time with our family. And we're not going to get crazy with, buying your latest and greatest out of the stores. It matters. Okay? Your children need to know you. Okay? They need to know what your beliefs are. They need to know what your opinions are. So good conversations with your children are a tool that they will use their entire life. And I can tell you right now, there's many situations in life where I've heard voices from my past, and they had the answers to the situation I was facing. Yeah. All of a sudden, now you heard those voices talking to you. It's important. Didn't agree with everything they had to say. Your kids aren't going to agree with everything you have to say. But it's important they have those opinions in their head, because it's going to help them formulate their own decisions and their own opinions going forward in life. So if you're not spending good quality time sitting and talking, politics, religion, world affairs, whatever, with your children, you're handicapping them. You truly are. They may never use any of your advice. Then again, they just might. Okay? Try to keep that sort of stuff in mind. So this is the season for it, folks. There's a unique opportunity to reconnect with people you love. Use it. Okay? You don't need, 45 desserts and, 15 entrees to make a good Thanksgiving. Okay? You just need enough food to fill their bellies and enough time to fill their hearts. Because that's the important part. It truly is. Love's what makes the world go round, really. And you want to be able to show them that you care and you love them. And here's your opinions, and listen to their opinions, and don't One thing I'm a firm believer in: never, ever, ever insult somebody for their opinion. Okay, that is to me the most ignorant thing a human being can do. Seriously, you can tell them straight to their nose that you disagree. Okay, but don't insult them. And we have too much of that going on in the world right now. You look at these kids out protesting. I hope they take the holiday off. There's some children need a whooping. Uh, but yeah, be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the people around you. I'm thankful. I got a brand new bull calf out there. In fact, he's out there laying next to his mama right now. They've filled their bellies and are just kind of flopped and enjoying themselves. Uh, kind of special times for them. We could learn a lot from watching the cattle out there. Peaceful, loving animals. Okay. And I think probably Maud is and Charlie Brown so defensive over that calf right now is because I know Molly was up all night long chasing coyotes out of that pasture. Had a lot of them coming in last night with the birth of that calf. So those cows are a little on edge. They've probably been up chasing off coyotes all night long. So yeah, so you just once you understand where somebody's coming from, even a cow, you kind of respect them, give them their space, and they'll come around. Pretty soon they'll be back to sure. Come on up and pet this new calf. You know, it's just the way life is, folks. Share your times with the kids. Share your opinions with the kids. Let them get inside your head a little bit. You get inside theirs. You may learn some things about your children that shock you. We had one of our daughters who was she was a social justice warrior. Let me tell you, she would have been out there in the streets with these kids, 10 years ago. Now today she has a family of her own, and she's like, "Whoo, them kids need a whooping." Okay, she now understands. And like she said, no matter what I personally believe, gay marriage or anything else, she says it's not right to try to force that off on other people. And she says when you start trying to force your rights off on somebody else, then you're depriving them of their rights, and therefore that becomes wrong. Wise little gal. And I told her that. I said, now you're thinking like an adult. She said, I had good trainers. My boy, youngest boy, he never fell for any of that nonsense. From high school on, he would just look a teacher in the face and go, you're about to fold beans as I've ever heard. And stand his ground. Different personalities. So let your kids inside your head. Spend time talking. Okay, people think quality time with their kids is running them back and forth to soccer games, and so folks, that's not it at all. That's make busy stuff. That's something that somebody has told you is the way you need to be. It's not. Okay, it truly is not. So my wish for you this holiday season: a little less commercialism. Well, a lot less commercialism. A little more time just spending time talking. Renew bonds with people you love and with your friends. Enjoy your holiday season by filling your heart, not emptying your wallet. And too often that's what it's become. And today's generations, that's all it's become. A lot of them don't even realize that it's all about family, caring for one another, and taking care of one another. So, as potential homesteaders or current homesteaders, get back to the simpler life. Okay? We got one president of Skid on Christmas. One present. I'd get some fruit, maybe some underwear and some socks, but we only got one real toy. And that was great. See, because we didn't require that. We had family around us that, my great grandmother gave us a wealth of information. Very, very smart lady. One of the smartest, and I've traveled all over the world, folks. And she was probably one of the smartest ladies I'd ever met. And she shared that with us on a regular basis. And it matters. That is what matters. This other stuff is commercial nonsense. All right? Spend time with your family. Talk to your family. Let them know that you love them, no matter what their opinions are. Okay? But make sure that they know what your opinions are. Because there will come a day when they're going to need to call on that information. And if you fail to give it to them, you let them down. Okay? So don't let your kids down. Be open, be honest, share your opinions, love them, and tell them this isn't about what you're going to get for Christmas. It's about us having some time to spend together as a family. And that's the best gift you can give them. Truly it is. Because that's a gift that's going to last them a lifetime. Try to keep that in mind. That lasts forever. Okay? This other stuff, it'll be broken in 6 months. Okay? And you know that to be a fact. So, enjoy your family. Enjoy your holidays. I love yous and appreciate yous. Can't tell you how much. You just, when I sit down and read some of the comments from folks, it touches my heart a lot of times. So, that's the important stuff, folks. When you can reach out and touch somebody's heart. Love yous. Think the world of you. You guys have a wonderful holiday and try to take a little of this to heart. Spend a little less time watching the boob tube and a little more time talking to your family and your friends. Y'all have a great and wonderful holiday. We'll talk to you later.